Hello and welcome to another episode of Maths with Mrs. Banks, where we make maths fun and easy to learn. And in this video, we're going to focus on factorization for mathematics grade 9, and this is part 3 of a 4-part video series. And in this part, we're going to focus on how to factorize by grouping in pairs. On that note, please don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on part 4 and more videos we upload in the future, especially and particularly for mathematics grade 9. We have a lot to cover, so let's start. In this video, we're going to focus on number 1, the common factor in terms and how to spot it, and then we're going to look at how to group option 1, and then we also are going to look at how to group option 2. Let's start. First, let's find out how to identify the common factor in terms. Now, let's look at these two questions, the options. Okay, here we've got x cubed minus 5x minus 2x squared plus 10. And in this one at the bottom, we've got 3ax minus 6bx plus 6ay minus 12by. In the first one, notice that the one that has got the common factor is x cubed and 2x squared. Ignore the signs for them. And then the 5 and the 10, 5x and the 10 have a common factor, and that common factor is 5. Over here, these two have a common factor, and the common factor is x squared. All right. In the next one, these two, 3ax and minus 6bx, have a common factor, and the common factor is 3x. These two. And then these two have got a common factor that is simply 6y. That's how you do it. Now notice that you've got two options. You can either take this, and you can also use another way to factorize using option 2. Let's look at option 1. And this one, in the first one, we identified that x cubed and 2x squared have got a common factor, and in the other one we also notice that 5x and 10 have a common factor. What are those common factors? Here is how you then work with those common factors. So the common factor between these two is x squared. So what we do by the method of grouping is that you create two brackets, and in these brackets you put the terms that have got common factors together. So it's easier for you to work this one. So in this one, we're going to put x cubed and minus 2x squared. And in this one, we're going to put minus 5x and 10 together. So let's take out the common factor over here. Common factor is x squared, and that leaves us with x minus 2 in the first one. The common factor over here is 5. So we take that common factor of 5 out, and that leaves us with minus x plus 2. Now notice that minus x plus 2 can be written as 2 minus x. So we write that as 2 minus x. And that gives us x squared, x minus 2. But notice that these two are almost identical, but not quite. 2 minus x and x minus 2 are common factors, not quite the same. So what do is we put a minus in front of this one so that we can rearrange the terms and make them completely identical like we did in a previous video. Now we've got this. Now the common factor is easy to take out. Now we can take it. So we go x minus 2 in bracket, and the one that's left is x squared minus 5. And that is how you factorize that. That's option number 1. Option number 1 of this one also, we said we are taking those who've got x as a common factor, put them together, and those who've got y's, we put them together as well. So those who have x, we put them in the same bracket. So it's 2 pairs of brackets separated by plus. In the first bracket, we'll put the x's. So that will be 3ax minus 6bx. And in the second bracket, we'll put the y's. So that will be 6ay minus 12by. Now let's take out a common factor here. The common factor between 3ax and 6bx minus 6bx is 3. Common factor of the numbers is 3. Common factor of the, okay, a and b do not have a common factor, but x and x are a common factor. So we take that out, and that leaves us with a minus 2b in bracket. On the other side, same story. The common factor of the numbers is 6. Common factor of the variables a and b are not common factors. Y but is a common factor, and that leaves us with a minus 2b. Now notice that this is a common factor, so we take it out. A minus 2b is a common factor, so we take it out, and that leaves us with 3x plus 6y. But notice further that 3x plus 6y has a further common factor, and that common factor you can take out is 3. So you take that out. If they say factorize fully, you must take out every. So that is 3, sorry. And that leaves us with x plus 2. So here is the final answer. That will be 3, this 3, in bracket a minus 2b, and times in bracket x plus 2. And that's how you factorize fully. That's option 1 for both cases. We paired the x, the 5's over here, and the x squared over here, the x's over here, and the y's. Let's use option 2. All right, now let's work using option 2. Now we're going to pair an alternate group. Okay, in this one, we're going to pair the x squared and the 10, and then we'll pair the x cubed and the 5x together. So that will be in bracket x cubed minus 5x. I just want to show you that it does not matter what you group together, as long as they do have a common factor, you can take it out and then work it out exactly the way you would work out any option. Now let's take out the common factor here. The common factor is x. That leaves us with x squared minus 5 in this. Plus the common factor here is 2. That leaves us with minus x squared plus 5. Now notice x squared plus 5 and minus x squared plus 5 are almost similar, but for you to see exactly what's happening, let's arrange them like this. That will become 5 minus x squared, which leaves us with x in bracket x squared minus 5. X squared minus 5 and 5 minus x squared are almost identical. The only thing now we need to do is put a minus in front of the 2 so that we can rearrange this one to x squared minus 5, which then makes it exactly identical to the first term, which is x squared minus 5. They are identical now. Here they are. They are identical now. Let's make it blue. Now you can take out that common factor, and that will leave you with x and minus 2. So when you take out that common factor, that becomes x squared minus 5 and then x minus 2, which gives us exactly the same answer as we had in the first option, but even though we paired a different group. Now in the first group, in this one, we group the x's together. Now we're going to group the a's together and the b's together. All right, let's do that. The a's now we group together, and the b's we also group together. There is the option that we're going to use. So now let's group the x's, the a's together. So that will be 3ax plus 6ay. We're grouping the a's together, and in this one we're grouping the b's together. Now notice that these ones are negative. All right, so that's minus 6bx minus 12by. let's take out a common factor here. The common factor is 3 of the numbers is 3, and then a. Okay, that leaves us with x plus 2y. Here the common factor is negative 6, so we take it out. Negative 6, that leaves us negative 6b. All right, that leaves us with x plus 2y. Notice how easy it has been. So now we take out the common factor. The common factor is x plus 2y. X plus 2y in both of them, and that leaves us with, okay, the common factor outside, x plus 2y in bracket. Now what's in bracket is simply 3a minus 6b. 3a minus 6b. And that answer is exactly the same answer that we had. And now we can factorize this one further. So that will be x plus 2y. If they say factorize completely, we take out a common factor, and that is 3. That leaves us with a minus 2b. And the final answer, therefore, is 3 in bracket x plus 2y times a minus 2b, which is exactly the same as the answer that we had when we had grouping option number 1 in place. We've come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.